Gaffer, I don't even know where to start with that, but so I'm going to leave it to you.
Well, fantastic, wasn't it? Great specular for League One. I thought we were outstanding. I thought, the free kick, we've just jumped a little bit. We don't normally jump, and we've gone and, we normally stand up and legs, toes pointed to the ground. It's a great finish from the boy, but from then on, we silenced the crowd a little bit. They were always going to get behind them. It's like our fans get behind us at own park. And to score two fantastic goals. Could have had a penalty, could have had another one. Listen, there was only one team on that pitch today that played proper football, and that was us. We played, we penetrated, we passed through the thirds, we were calmness on it. Yeah, we spun them in and behind a few times. They matched us up, which they haven't done all season. They've gone to a 3-5-2, so that shows the compliments of us and what we're trying to do. But I just said to the boys in there, they were a little bit on the floor, and I've lifted them up and said, get your heads up, because you were fantastic. Everything we asked them to do, they done.
This is a start message to all stewards. Thank you for assisting tonight. From safe journey. Good night.
They done everything we asked them to do. Listen, the last little bit there, there's a man free at the back post when he's just headed the back across, and their lad's got to cross it. But they've thrown the kitchen sink at it, haven't they? Last week, on Saturday, FC Wimbledon threw the kitchen sink. We dealt with it this week. We didn't deal with it. They threw the kitchen sink. So, you know what, look, it's 4 points from the two away games. We've said all along, if we can pick 1 point away from home and we win home games, then we're fine. We'll be in a good spot. But ultimately, listen, it was great under the lights of Fratton Park. Their fans are rallying them on. We knew it was going to be hard because they've lost the last three where we're in good form, and we're only lost 1 in 8, which is fine. Yeah, people say we could have went top of the league tonight. I don't want to be top of the league on the 21st of September. So would have been nice, the fans again travelling numbers out, trying to out-sing there a lot, which there was a lot to do, but they carried on, kept going till the end. And look, we were just unlucky, weren't we? But that's football, that's why we come and pay our money to go and watch football matches. But really pleased and proud of every single one of them boys in there. They were fantastic to a man. We'll get them rest recovered now, and we've got two home games to look forward to.
I suppose if you do look at it as the 2 games over the week, 2 away games at AFC Wimbledon who are playing well in here, to get 4 points from those is a pretty good tally, isn't it?
It is, yeah, but we're greedy, aren't we? We want 6. But as I say, look, I think, when you look at these games and, and we're not down to the bare bones, but you're missing, players. We've got George Cooper to come back, Danny Mayer, Niall Ennis is out, James Bolton. They're big players. They're players that, along with the rest of the group, and we know when they're back fit, we're becoming a little bit of a force now, and people are respecting us for what we are and how we play and what we go about it. And Danny said to us, "Listen, you've done great, we've done fantastic, play some great stuff." We know that, and it pays a compliment that they're looking to get a win under the lights of Fratton Park, and they change shape to match us up. They got out as early doors, which they were always going to do with the fans. That's the same as us. But I thought every single one of us were fantastic, and 4 points from the last 2 games is pleasing. But when you've nearly got 6, it's a little bit of a kick in the teeth. But we've lifted the lads up, keep going again. And we've got them a Kentucky to drive home with tonight instead of a pizza, so they're quite happy.
How good were those 2 goals from Ryan Hardy as well? Finishes were amazing.
I just said to him then, walking out, he was just there. I thought the last one when he tried to play Jeffs, I thought he was going to chop him again, because he's got that down to a T, and then maybe take it in and harder set Jeffs or rifle it in for his hat-trick. But he's fantastic. But the work Jeffs is doing for him, if you notice, one's dropping in and one's getting long in behind and on the shoulders, and that's what we did. And when you see Ryan in there, he's that calm, composed finish, which he's done. That's 6 goals, and is it 8 goals altogether? So he's flying along, may that continue. But again, I thought Pan was fantastic. The amount of fouls that went on him was. But again, I don't want to get myself into trouble. But it's just got to be some sort of protection. They should have. I don't want to see anyone get sent off. But the fouls were just ridiculous, really. And I was disappointed. That's why I waited for the ref at half time. There was some fouls that my players weren't diving, and we weren't getting a foul. And I just said, do my players need to dive to get the foul? And he said, what are you on about? I said, well, their players are diving and getting fouls, but mine are not. And we try and do it the right way, so I ain't going to ask my players to dive in certain situations. If it's a foul, just give it. And he never. But no, they were fantastic to a man. I'm really pleased. 4 points out the last 2 is pleasing.
And just finally, as you mentioned, it does continue this really good form that we've been on in the last 8 games now.
Yeah, we want to do that. We've got objectives to try and get as many points as we possibly can. We're in the early days, aren't we? That's our 8th game in. They've been ticking fast, and now we've got another 2. we'll have markers of where we want to get to already for the first 10 games, and we're definitely on course for that. So, we know now Saturday's going to be a tough game against Doncaster because they're the same. They have won many games and they're going to want to be, coming and playing the football and really trying to, get points on the board. And then obviously after that it'll be Crewe. But what we've got to do is we've just got to worry about ourselves. If we continue to do what we do, what we've been doing very good at, we'll be fine.